Good morning and happy Tuesday. Got to wake up in paradise this morning. Really nice camp last night. The mosquitoes here, they only are out at night. So as long as we can be in the tent and not open the doors from sunset until sunrise, it's all good. But Matt opened the door a little bit before sunrise and I did have to wake up and do some murdering. The river level is dropping, and that's what we expected based on the NOAA forecast of the river level. So it's already peaked from that last storm and is starting to go back down. This stick we left at the water's edge last night, so you can see it's dropped maybe half a foot overnight.
The thing to remember is crotch hair is basically clothing for your crotch, so if you can apply permethrin to that.
Okay, I came over here to do the thing that you do, and I thought it was going to really annoy you. And you're just like happy to be on the camera.
Pretty much.
Today we have about a 20-mile paddle to Memphis. Hopefully, if this closure is holding, that means that we're going to have a nice quiet channel, minimal traffic, very nice paddle in. After Memphis, we have a 300-mile stretch from Memphis to Vicksburg with pretty much no services on the river. There are towns, but they're back 3-4 miles from the river, so that seems like it's not worth bothering with. So we are going to do a stop in Memphis and get all set up for that. We'll need to get about 8 days worth of resupply, plus showers, laundry, top up for batteries, all that.
Plus, I think it's like that song, if I die in Memphis, at least I did have nachos.
We're going to be trying something a little bit different in Memphis. We are actually going to leave the canoe at a marina. It's known to be paddle friendly, hopefully pretty secure. It always makes us a little bit nervous when we leave the boat out of our sight. But, oh, so hard to film when there's so many distractions around, huh?
Harassing me for a...
It always makes us a little bit nervous leaving our boat. This is going to be only the second time on this whole trip that we are completely away from the boat. The first time was when we left it just a couple houses up in St. Cloud. But we're gonna leave it at a marina, walk across. There's a sky bridge that goes from Mud Island to downtown downtown Memphis. Yeah. Going to walk across the sky bridge to downtown Memphis, where we have a hotel and should be able to get back coffee and nachos and resupply and all the things.
So if you're wondering why Taters Tuesday just comes around once a week, it's because somebody there has to be harassed into recording and then finds it so exhausting to just talkie-talkie on the camera.
It's so effortlessly, but I think when you might have less distractions and less pressure.
No, the key is just, I don't think about what I say. I say things and then I think, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. You think too much. Yeah, pretty much.
There's lots of animal tracks around on our happy little beach camp. Deer, some birds. Those are Matt footprints. But these ones we found very interesting. And Matt's been playing around with the Sea Gap this trip. The Sea Gap identified these as desert kangaroo rat.
And sadly, it is time to leave our happy camp before it gets any hotter or these biting flies get any more chunks taken out of us. Seriously, the moment you relax, you're like, ah, this is nice. It's followed by, ow! So as near as we can tell, the river is going to be closed for another 24 plus hours. So nothing can get up to Osceola, so we are not expecting a ton of barge traffic today. All they can do is basically come up and park. And sadly, after one more quick jump in the river, we are out. It is actually surprisingly cold once you're in the water, which feels really pleasant. And then you get back out in the air and it's like, So we've been making envious comments about this guy we got told about at the headwaters that swam the entire river. Though apparently once he got down to Baton Rouge, it was so polluted, there were kind of some issues around there. Jen, maybe that's the pizza beer delivery. So we actually took the rare step of contacting that tow because it looked like he was coming into park, and we're kind of on this side, so we just wanted to tell which way it was going so we'd have time to get around. They're always super nice though, except for that one cooperative venture guy. He said, oh yeah, I see you guys, I'll go around. One of the fun things, every time a tow comes by and we get big waves, like especially where they interact with one of the wing dams, is Taters gets put up with me screaming Edmund Fitzgerald as we like crest the waves, which she never gets tired of, ever. Especially if there's off-key singing right after that.
Matt, I'll never get tired of any of your jokes.
Any of them involving nachos, yeah, there's some others, but you'll yell at me if I say those. But
We are approaching Memphis.
holy!
We've had a lot of planes coming in as we got closer, and pretty quiet morning as far as the barges. We just had 2 of them.
It wasn't quiet because of the bloody headwind.
Oh yeah, and there's been a bit of a headwind.
Still like 2+ hours away from nachos right now.
We have not established that there are any nachos in Memphis, Matt. We haven't had internet to check for that type of thing.
Pretty sure there is some place that can make me nachos in Memphis. You remember when we went to that restaurant and nachos weren't on the menu, but I bonded with the cook, got like a fist bump, and then he's like, "I got you, bro. I'll make you some nachos."
That was pretty awesome.
I don't even remember where that was, but
that was Unionville.
I remember the connection with the guy.
Yeah, the Unionville bar. That place was cool.
Is that the one you got kicked out of almost?
Okay, really? That's what you remember? Not the joyous hike afterward?
Pretty much.
I just wanted dessert. I had got some ice creams from next door. They did not have any dessert that they sold themselves.
And you walked right past all the signs that said no outside food or drink and went, "No, not me." And we got Memphis. We're finally getting a little bit of a break from the wind, and we've been working pretty hard here. So we're just coming around Mud Island. There's a marina back here who said that they would store our boats for us. And it would appear we have arrived. Watch, we're gonna come around the corner and the Viking's gonna be there barreling into us. So this is the backside of Mud Island. Basically, that is the marina, that is the sky bridge, and our hotel is right there. Kind of worked out. And then I saw, so per the person who answered the phone, we are safe to leave the boat here and it will be okay. This has me nervous though. We don't normally get very far from the boat, or I don't anyway. And we are hoping, really hoping it's okay here. And now Jen's found some stairs for us to climb with all this. That is kind of cool. Oh, this is for the Ohio River, I guess.
Forwards, I think, because that was it was showing all the rivers that drain into it up there.
This is actually really cool and fancy. And then Jen fell and broke her leg in the Mississippi, miniature Mississippi. Oh, okay.
So the rivers that drain into it were all up on the wall. And then
Really cool.
you can, follow the whole river down
Fell and broke her
to
leg in
the Gulf.
Miniature Mississippi. Ooh, can I use that e-scooter, Jen? I think I can balance. It's funny how stuff like this always looks super short when we're looking at it on the map. And then we're actually hoofing it. It's like, every shoulder ache is just old age setting in, Jen, don't worry. Soon, there's so many you won't even notice. We're officially hanging around the lobby like vagrants. Got into our room, it's nice, other than somebody obviously sat in here and chain smoked because it completely reeks. So we ended up being switched to a riverfront view after the city front view was a little smoky. Per Jen, we can actually see the very tip of our boat right there. Taters just walked into the bathroom and thought that Chewbacca had been tortured and shaved in there, and I had to say, no, that's just my hair. Plus, I've never ridden one of those, so I'm guessing I would be bad at it. Normally I can complain that Jen's is bigger than mine, but happy Matt for scale. I'd just like to point out these nachos said giant bed of chips and not so much. And yet I ordered a large beer and I got this. And this is the point where we figure out downtown Memphis has neighborhood stores, not actual grocery stores.
We did get Mexican food, complete with very festive drinks. Resupply plans failed when I realized that all the grocery stores that I was looking at on Google Maps are just small neighborhood stores. So they have enough food for a day or two, not so much staples for an 8-day resupply. So I guess we're gonna have to Uber into a larger grocery store tomorrow morning. Home sweet home for the night.